Welcome, guys, to the 2018 fantasy basketball season.
2018, we're here. I'm the commissioner. This is your reigning, defending, two-time champion, three-time champion, Joel Gibson. We're also joined today by Stephen Thornhill and CJ Ross.
All right.
Yeah, all right, yeah, both of you. Nothing to say. You gotta be more excited.
Yeah.
2018, it's here.
I got my first back-to-back championship. A lot of things went down. That was disappointing for a lot of you folks. He's got a new T-shirt.
I got a new T-shirt that I'll be wearing. Fantasy Commish. I hope everybody can see that. I'll come a little closer. Fantasy Commish. There it is. So you'll be seeing me supporting this shirt.
Last time you were still a bachelor.
Last time, yes. Yes, we were. I was.
You were. It's been a minute.
So what we're going to do for tonight's video, we're going to talk about each team individually. We're going to do a power rankings board this year, a little bit different. Joel and I went through all the teams. We went through all the problems they had. We have some notes as far as players go. So based on your current position right now with no record, no stats played, we're going to give you our take on where everybody ranks, and then we're going to go through the lineups for week one, the matchups. We'll pick our teams. And at the end, we'll take closing comments and get out of here. I'm pretty excited. So let's jump right in. Falling at number 12 on our spot of power rankings is Mr. Doug Bateman. Doug's had a pretty rough off season overall. I mean, this man has someone on his IR, and I believe he has three.
He has Parker on his IR.
Mm-hmm.
He has Markieff Morris out with an injury, a hernia, if I recall. He had some legal issues as well, but he seems to have got past those. Where are we at? There we are. George Hill's day-to-day, that's probably nothing. Wait, no, we're at CJ.
Yeah, no, there.
All right, there we go. Rondo, that was the hernia. Markieff Morris, what was Markieff Morris?
He was also a hernia. Both were hernias. So right now, Doug has a lot of stuff to prove. He was a bottom 4 team last year. So we're going to start him out at number 12 this year. We'll see how it goes. He has a lot of issues he needs to figure out over the next few weeks, and in a division that is so cutthroat. Your division is insane this year.
Top heavy.
Very, very top heavy. So we'll see what Doug can do. Number 11 is...
You have this memorized.
I do. Number 11 is Eric, a.k.a. Tanky Tankerson this year. So he's going to be at number 11. We know he has IT out. Just not a lot of high draft picks. No moves in the offseason that I can remember off the top of my head.
Wade's value's gone down.
Poor Wade. Yeah, I love Dwayne Wade.
Seth Curry's out.
Seth Curry's out. He, like I said, IT is on the bench.
Ilyasova's just not good.
He's put a lot of stock in Mr. Monk, so let's hope he fills in nicely. But he comes in at number 11 on our list.
Yeah.
Number 10 goes to the man that finished number 10 last year, Cody, after a spectacular draft in what can only be described as one of the biggest collapses in this league's history. He starts off at number 10. Kawhi's got an issue. Who knows how long he could be out.
Never saw it coming. I didn't see it coming. Unbelievable.
So, yeah, Cody, we start you out at number 10, but you got Fultz that we question.
That free throw.
Oh, man. I can watch that replay and just cringe every time he shoots. It's just, it hurts my shoulder to watch him shoot.
Coming off the bench, too.
Coming off the bench. Other than that, we'll start him out at number 10.
Yeah.
The next one is going to be number 9, Adam. Now, Adam is interesting to me, and we had to have an extensive conversation about Adam and where to put him. I mean, it was very interesting.
He just kept getting valued guys that would fall to him. They're solid guys, but what do they compile?
Right. That was our biggest thing. We couldn't really find what his overall strategy was. He's very well-rounded and solid, but there's nothing that sticks out to you on his team on what he's going after.
I mean, who is his best player?
Oh,
Klay Thompson, DeMar DeRozan, Dennis Schroeder, Dion Waiters, Goran Dragic,
Wiggins, Carmelo now with likely a reduced
Aldridge?
role.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, all really good value. Like I said, very well-rounded, but we put him at 9. We're not saying that, you definitely can't move from that, but like I said, the middle 4 teams were the hardest for us, I think, in really trying to get what people were doing and where they were going.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Kyle. Kyle's strategy was really interesting for me.
He made moves.
He made moves. He still wants to make moves. We see him every day on the messenger trying to get some moves out there.
Don't give away the man's strategy.
So his team's really interesting to me. It's very clear what he's going after here. I mean, if anybody beats him in rebounds, it'll be interesting. I know Simmons will be very interesting when it comes to rebounds. But
a lot of double-doubles on the board.
A lot of rebounds, a lot of double-doubles for Kyle. So, I mean, his strategy is clear. It's just whether or not it's going to be enough to get him wins. He didn't have a lot of high draft picks, but we put him right on the border of playoffs only because he was number 2 last year. He earned that right to be a
and he doubled
contender.
down on his strategy. I respect the shit out of that.
Right, I agree. I think it's very clear what he's after. So we gave him the number 8 spot. Coming in at number 7 is the man 2 to my left, Mr. CJ Ross.
Fuck yourself on that. Fuck you,
CJ, I believe, may have been in the top 5 if he did not lose Batum. Losing Batum in your first round pick is going to knock you down out of the top 5.
Your first round pick is a big deal, man.
It's a big
your
deal.
4th best player, and it's tight.
No, you guys
it's
are fucking
tight
nuts.
around
No,
you guys.
You guys are fucking nuts.
And I did like his pickup of Kuzma.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he's going to be interesting only because I don't want to root for Lonzo Ball, so anybody that's taken the ball out of his hands, I'm all about it.
Man, I just don't think he's
I
that
agree.
good.
He averaged 23 points in the 5 games that he played. What do you mean?
Yeah, see, Steven likes it.
All right, guys. Well,
You're fucking nuts.
when he ends up back on the wire,
He's not going to.
We're going to find out. It's just about whether he gets his minutes or not. What if he thrives on that second unit?
what if he gets lots of minutes and he's just not good?
He's already proved that he's good.
We'll see in real regular season basketball when
You got-
people have
okay.
the scouting report on him.
All right, so number 7, like I said, CJ. Moving on to number 6, we have Matt Hobart, who recently moved out of Pittsburgh. Matt is not injured right now. Matt's not injured. He could easily fall.
Levine.
Well, somebody on his IR. Fine, he's got Levine on his IR. But what I'm saying is his starters, they're all clean bill of health, but this thing could tank quickly. A couple injuries to Blake.
He'll
Boogie.
definitely get injured.
Oh, man. So right now, we feel comfortable putting Matt at the 6.
Can we just go through his injury?
Okay, yes.
It's
This
kind
is
of
what
fun.
we're talking about when I was giving you this thing could go downhill.
Depending on how you feel about Holiday, Tyler Johnson, Rudy Gay, Reggie Jackson, Blake Griffin, Tyreek Evans, and Zach LaVine.
And Zach LaVine.
That's a
who's
lot
also-
of injury risk.
That's over half his team that you could realistically look at it and say, okay, he's an injury risk. So, like I said, right now, Matt, Mr. Healthy. Next week, we could be talking a whole new ball game.
Yeah.
So now we'll get into our top 5. These 5 weren't really debated as much as I thought they were going to be. Like I said, the middle.
Yeah, we pretty much
felt comfortable where we
4
were.
and 5 were what we debated most, right? Or
Yes.
3 and 4. I don't know.
No, it would have been 4 and 5. So
Yeah.
coming in at number 5 is Steven Simmons. There's a big question with LeBron, first of all, in his first week. What we're worried about most is how productive Lonzo's going to be. Obviously, I think that's been the biggest question. And if you talk to Simmons, Lonzo's always all he wants to talk about anyway. Other than that, though, Nurkic is fine. He almost went down with a concussion, so that was.
He took the 30-year-old rookie.
He
was
did.
Teodosic. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, so we'll see how much endurance he has long term. But the passing is awesome. I like watching him play. I think I'm gonna like watching Clipper basketball this year. I don't have any Clippers, but I still like the Clippers. I'm a Clippers guy.
Kind of funny he gets Kyrie and LeBron the year after they split.
Yeah. I wonder if that was some sort of like evil plot that Simmons had. Like he wanted to reunite Kyrie and LeBron.
Just without them knowing about it.
Right, exactly.
You guys will play together forever in my heart.
So, moving to number 4 is Mr. Neiman.
This one we debated a little bit. I was higher on Neiman than you.
Yeah, I still think that Neiman is much like a barn, and he's very big and top-heavy, but he's hollow. I have a lot of questions at the bottom, but you cannot argue with his triple-double advantage that he has. He has the backcourt for Portland. If Embiid, he is healthy now, so we have to take that into consideration. This wasn't a season-long ranking. This is current. So with Embiid healthy, yeah, I think
that's the biggest question mark, Embiid.
Right. He is going to either stay healthy or he's going to be injured, and then, like I said, we're really going to see Neiman's bottom if he loses Embiid. Like, it's going to be drastic.
Neiman could be the 3rd best team, or he could be the 8th best team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
it's all about Embiid.
I agree. I think 5 spots, that's about how far I'd put it.
Speaking about Embiid, you guys see the shade that Hassan Whiteside threw at him?
Man, he threw it right back at Whiteside.
Yeah, but Whiteside tore that ass up on Twitter. Embiid had no talk room at all.
I think it was the other way, man,
No,
because Embiid was the one calling him a softie.
Yeah. But when you only play 38 games over 3 years, you can't talk shit. You can't talk shit no matter how good you are, because you're a bitch.
All I know is that he told Spoelstra to take him out, take Whiteside out, and Whiteside went out.
Yeah.
That might not be okay. I don't believe that was.
That's all I know, man.
You guys obviously read shade way differently, but it's all good.
Man, I'm not talking about shade. I'm talking about the actual game.
It was preseason.
We'll see.
So moving on to number 3 is our good friend Stephen Thornhill comes in at the number 3. This man can shoot the ball. Good
Holy
God.
Lordy. Steph Curry, Bradley Beal, Trevor Ariza, Devin Booker, Eric Gordon.
Mike Conley.
Conley.
Just shooting everywhere.
Aaron Gordon shooting threes.
Hassan might throw a trip with blocks at any.
shooting threes.
Oh God! If
Michael Green shoots threes. Randall's shooting threes. Everyone on his team will probably shoot threes besides Whiteside and Steven Adams.
Correct, and I think that he has enough big men to even out that field goal percentage, and he's just fine with Steph Curry shooting as many shots as he wants. One of the most
Steph
efficient.
Curry is still really efficient.
Yeah, super efficient. Bradley Beal, super efficient.
Devin Booker, if he makes that jump.
If he could get more efficient and stop turning the ball over, Devin Booker could be a very, very good fit for Steven's team. He's
really
a shooting
good
team for sure.
I like Devin Booker.
I would assume so. You took him pretty high.
Yeah.
You swung early on him.
Swing.
All right, you better hope it's a hit.
Yeah, exactly. Now, moving on to number 2. Number 2 is going to be me. I will argue with anybody on the planet that I'm the number 2 team right now. If you haven't looked at my team, please feel free to take a moment and go look. Free throw percentage, threes, steals for days, tons of points, not a ton of turnovers. This team is going to murder some people this year.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be good.
I mean, what do you want from me? What else do you want?
Mr. Modest in the top 2.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to be good. You're going to be good. But what it comes down to is you're not going to be as good as the number 1 team in the league, the reigning 2-time, back-to-back champ, 3-time overall, going for his 3rd.
Do we even really
Me.
count the first year?
I do,
It was-
man.
Yeah,
I'm
of
gonna
course,
fucking
Joel.
die
It
on
was such
that
a
hill.
It was such a
I'm
separate
gonna
league.
die
It
on
doesn't
that
even
fucking
count.
hill.
It
I don't
doesn't
give a
even count.
shit. I don't give a shit.
I'm cool with not counting it because that
Yeah.
means I won the first year of the league.
I don't give a shit. However you look at it, it's either 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4. Whatever you pick, suck a dick. I'm fucking killing it. All right, we got the Rockets offense, the Nuggets offense. We got Karl Anthony Towns over in this motherfucker. Lynn Sanity's coming back, motherfucker. He's
That's
in New
not-
York and he's gonna be healthy.
No, he's not gonna be good. Okay.
No.
That's so bad.
Lynn,
We got Hawks players for days with John Collins. We picked up another rookie in
gosh,
Donovan
you
Mitchell.
with the Atlanta Hawks just drives me crazy. You were just playing Russian roulette. You were just firing all over the fucking roster trying to find the one that's going to actually get it done. Like, I don't
They're
understand.
both going to get it done. It's going to be remarkable, folks. Sit back. Jokic is just going to be throwing behind the back, no look passes. It's going to be great.
I hope he
I
breaks
can't
his tibia. Like, I really, the tibia.
Joel's team is going to get all injured. Like, they're going to.
I would love nothing more than for Joel's entire team to get injured. That would be fantastic.
What's
Hey.
going to happen?
Chris Dunn is sitting out there with a dislocated finger, and I'm not sweating too much about it.
Goodness. Okay, so then we'll get into week 1 matchups. It's here, boys. I can't tell you how excited I am that we're back. I will be posting a list tomorrow just so everyone knows. It'll be completely updated. If anybody has any questions, let me know. But other than that, let's get into the matchups. Let's start with the champs matchup. It is actually number 1 versus 12 on our draft board.
And roll in our power rank.
Yeah, in our power rankings. So,
I'm sorry, Doug. I really do wish you were healthy. I still think I would have beat you, but you're at a pretty terrible disadvantage this week. It's really rough. Sorry, man. I know.
yeah, having injured players and missing games, just not going to work out. I'm going to take the champ handedly this week.
You gonna pick me?
Cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
but just with Joel's track record, starting off strong, it's gonna be Joel.
All right.
It's
And
gonna be
then
Joel.
Then we'll move to my matchup. Might as well just keep going in order. In our power rankings, we have Tanky Tankerson versus Mr. Modest. 2 versus 11. I think I'm going to just slaughter Eric. Finally. I couldn't beat him last year. I have I'm just so excited to
You're gonna
finally
beat that
get into
demon?
that. I am going to beat that demon. There won't be anybody in the league that I haven't beaten. Yeah, I'm going to pick me first.
I'm gonna pick you too.
Excellent.
I don't think Giannis is gonna be able to do enough by himself.
Yeah, it's going to be a sophomore slump for Eric.
Eric, I got your back. I am actually picking you to win against Brandon, so don't disappoint me.
Oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
don't think Eric's picking Eric.
I was about to say, I don't know if Eric's picking Eric. Steven, who you got?
I got you, but I think if Isaiah Thomas was playing, it'd be a good matchup.
Okay, all right. So hope for you in the, what would that be? Week 11, Eric. We'll see you week 11 when you have IT back, and then I'll spank that ass again. It's not a problem for me. I'll put any questions we have to rest.
Absolutely. All right. So if we keep on, Steven is number 3. He is facing right here, CJ Ross.
This
That
is
ass.
This is definitely the matchup of the week for me. CJ has been really questioning our power rankings.
Yes.
And Steven also had some questions. I don't know. We haven't checked in with him since he found out he was number 3 because they didn't know where they were before we started shooting. How do you feel about our power rankings now, Steven?
Listen, I respect you guys' opinion. I'm not going to boast or be mad about it. You guys, I respect your opinions, but I just know that CJ's going down. Okay?
CJ's going down.
Not gonna
CJ's
happen.
going down.
From what I know, there is a bet on this game. They're exchanging lunches, I believe, for whomever wins. So, really excited to see this. I'm going to pick Steven. Steven's just going to shoot the lights out of a big man heavy team like CJ. Yeah, Steven.
Well, what you forgot to mention is Batum is out. CJ's first round pick. Batum's good. I still would have picked Steven. I'll say that, but I'm gonna pick Steven.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick myself because fuck Steven, I'm gonna beat his ass this week.
Okay, good luck.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go. It's
With
intense as
that,
fuck in this house.
with that said, we had Neiman at number 4, yeah?
Yeah, Neiman at number
Neiman
4.
is playing Cody. I got Neiman.
We also have been failing to mention Doug is the home team
Yeah.
for his. So if some crazy way he gets a 5-5-1, I'd lose my shit. Eric's the home team against me. It's not going to matter. I'm going to win 8-8-8.
You're gonna say
8-2-1.
You're gonna say that Eric has a better shot than me?
8-2-1. I'm
Alright.
winning. The other one, Steven actually has home field advantage, which just makes me want to pick him more.
This is my house.
Yeah, technically. I just live here.
They both live here.
The next one, Neiman is away against Kyle.
Cody.
That's what I meant.
Those C.
Those
CK.
yeah, the
Kyle.
CKs get me every time.
It's rough.
Neiman versus Kyle. I'm gonna pick
Cody.
Neiman. No, Neiman right here is versus Kyle. Look. See, you were wrong the whole time. Damn it! You all saw that. Get after him. Okay, so Neiman is away at Kyle.
Yep.
All right. Good God. I'm
My fault.
gonna go ahead and pick Neiman. We found out today that Morris is gonna be out at least 3 games. So not that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick Neiman. McCollum sitting out for 1 game for his ridiculous altercation involvement. Bears no wait for me.
Yeah. I mean, Kyle could steal it, but I feel pretty confident about Neiman. I like Neiman's early season. I think he's going to coast to start.
Okay, and then the last matchup we have is going to be Matt Hobart at Cody. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Cody.
Cody.
Those CKs, man.
Yeah, they'll get you.
They'll
get you. I'm gonna pick Matt here. Cody doesn't have Kawhi. He's in some trouble. Fultz, we have no idea what's going on with him.
Matt's healthy.
Matt's healthy for now.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Fultz is coming off the bench for the Sixers.
for the Sixers. Yeah,
the number 1 pick in the draft.
that's the number 1 pick in the draft coming off the bench.
Behind TJ McConnell.
Behind TJ McConnell. Oh man, when you say them all in succession like that, every time it's just
That was the number 2 pick in our draft.
Oh, he was the number 2 pick, right behind Boots.
He's
That
not
was.
starting for the Sixers. I would say Mike Conley would start for the Sixers. Just put that up there.
Did you pick between Neiman and Kyle? I don't believe you did.
I don't think I did.
Yeah, because you didn't give us the opportunity to, but it's alright.
That's
It's
fine.
We moved
Who would
on.
you
It's
pick?
okay.
Neiman for
Neiman,
you?
who would you?
Neiman, yeah. I think
Neiman. Okay, so we were all unanimous. I apologize for skipping over there.
What about Cody and Matt?
I think Cody.
You think Cody?
I think Cody.
Steven is sticking by his early round partner there for the first round, so we like to see that.
Matt, you're not going to hear this a lot, but you actually have a pretty solid team this year. You stay healthy, you're going to do all right.
One positive thing Matt can look forward to is if he wins one category this week, he is going to be 1 category ahead from where he was at the end of the first week last year. That 0-11 was incredible. Thank goodness.
Fantastic.
I
That was
just wanted to bring it back up. Matt, let's try to win that 1 category in your first game, and
Do you
you'll
think we'll ever
already
see
be
it
fine.
again?
I don't know if we'll ever see an 0-11
I don't know.
again.
I don't know if we'll ever see it again. It was spectacular. Who took it?
Neiman.
It was Neiman?
Yep.
Neiman, good on you, man. I don't even know how. Russell Westbrook turned the ball over so many times.
Okay, so great. That's our first round. Boy, I
Yeah.
really don't have much as far as the rules. If anybody has any questions, there was a question. You cannot trade your rights to IR this year. Somebody asked me that, so I do want to make that perfectly clear. The IR is now run by ESPN. I have no special magic powers. I cannot put people on the IR. I can't do. I can put them on there if they're eligible, but if ESPN says they're not eligible, I can't put them on there. So don't ask. This is how we wanted it last year, so hopefully it'll give a little bit more of conformity to our.
Well, yeah, this will smooth things out. That was the biggest hurdle I think we had last year. Once we got a set group, that was probably the biggest hurdle that we had, and now that's passed.
Exactly. Yeah, we actually have all 12 members that we ended the season with last year. That's the first time it's ever happened in league history. So congratulations to everybody on that. Other than that, Steven, anything from you, my friend?
No, man, I'm just ready to beat CJ. That's all.
All right, CJ, anything from you?
So Brandon, do you know a guy named Juan?
A guy named Juan.
Yeah, 5-1 is in the Chiefs' record today after the Steelers beat them. Suck it, Chiefs.
Excellent. Always need that NFL on an NBA video. We love it. Champ, anything? Any words of wisdom, warning?
Simmons, my season starts October 23rd. This is just the warm-up round, man. I'm doing layups out here. Sorry, Doug. I'm not saying that because you're bad. I'm just saying you're injured. We're coming. We coming, baby. This is my season. The three-peat is here.
It's not here.
Motherfucker, get ready.
It's not gonna happen.
All right. Well, apparently the three-peat's here. I'm going to do everything in my power to stop that. I hope every one of you each will consider that on any kind of move you may make in the future. We don't want him. We don't want him to win 3 in a row. It would be.
Period.
It would be bad for the league, so the commissioner feels very strongly about this.
We coming, baby.
All right, later, guys.
See you guys.
See you guys. Fucking Christ, man.